Hello everyone! Welcome back to Channel 64! I'd say it's been roughly a week since I've moved base locations. And in that time, I've started digging out a little burrow. It certainly is a lot more spacious than my wagon, that's for sure. I plan to extend this out quite a bit more, add a lot more tunnels, and hopefully that'll give me a lot more room that I have been so desiring. And I'm looking forward to that because inside the wagon, it is so cramped in here. It is practically impossible to grab all the items I need. I keep having to move shulkers just to pull stuff out from underneath. It's, yeah. So hopefully I'll be able to move into the burrow super soon, and then we'll move on from there. Oh, but that's not what I have planned for today's episode. In fact, what I have planned is something I've been wanting to do for a while. But first, I'm gonna need to travel back to my old base location. There are a couple of things that I forgot to grab. Where are they? Ah, here they are. So what I have here are what I am calling mega capsules. If you've seen some of my other Channel 64 videos, you may recall that I have capsule machines. Here we go. Okay, so it's kind of messed up at the moment, but basically what you would do is you would buy a coin and then you would insert it into the machine and it would pop out a capsule. But recently, Loki has been helping me rip out the guts out of this thing and rebuild it. This is what the old one looked like. It's not stocked at the moment, but like I said, you would take a coin, you'd stick it inside the machine, and then out would pop a capsule. It has been a lot more popular than I've been expecting, and a lot of people have bought out a lot of them, so I need to restock it. But it's been so popular that I decided to expand the operation, and now we'll have the mega capsule machine. People will be able to buy another kind of token and place it inside of the mega capsule machine, and they'll be able to get a mega capsule. Or, well, actually, I'm going to shake things up a bit, because that would be too easy. But first, I need to do a quick costume change. Hello, everyone. It is I, Captain Pirate Liv. As I was saying before, I think it'd be too easy if this just popped out one of these capsules I got here. So to make things a bit more fun, this machine here will pop out a clue on where you can find your buried capsule. That's right, I'm burying these. I won't show off the actual locations of where I'll be putting them, but let me give you an example of how this will look. So, I dig down, place down the capsule, cover it up with dirt or sand or whatever earthy materials I may have on my hand. I will then place down an item frame and mark the spot with an X, like any good pirate would. Though it looks a little funny with that item frame on, so let me turn that off. There we go. Oh. Maybe I also shouldn't have it be called X, because that also looks kind of silly. It's double X. Oh, but I better get rid of this quick before someone thinks that this is treasure that they can take. It's not ready yet. So I need to go off, find places to hide these capsules, and then, restock the other one as well, because, people want their goodies. I'm suffering from success here. But, once I do that, then we'll be swimming in riches once more. Oh yeah, and in case you wanted a little sneak peek about what's in these things, well, I'll show you one because I've made a few new custom things and, well, I don't want to show all of them off, but I'll show one. Here's a general idea of what's in one of these loot boxes. You got your standard things that I have a lot of, like shulkers and elytras, because I have so many. I'm honestly trying to get rid of them. And then you got a couple of custom items that I just think are kind of pretty and neat and cool. But yeah, you didn't see that. I mean, you did. But if you want to see the other things I made, go check out the other cast members' videos and hope that they gamble. Buy my products. All right. Now all the mega capsules have been hidden, and the regular ones have been fully restocked. I don't understand how any of this works, but Loki does. And I suppose if anything breaks, I can just ask him to fix it. So in here, we've got the regular capsules. And then over in here, I've got I'm calling them clues, but they're just coordinates of the general location of the treasure. And then the cast members can get them and find them. Oh, I've fallen. Oh, I've got the recycling bin back over here because people don't like getting an excess amount of capsules. They seem to clutter up people's inventories. And, oh. I don't think that's supposed to be like that. I guess I should probably cover that up. And then next to these, I will place a chest for each type of coin. And here, we're gonna have the typical token. These ones are golden, and they are being sold for 2 diamonds per token. And then in this one, our nautical tokens will be a diamond block each. I'm looking forward to seeing what the cast thinks of the new capsules. And I'm also crossing my fingers that I won't sell out of them in the first day. I'm literally suffering from success. But now I need to go change out of this outfit and then meet back over here at Perry's because Arrington has requested my assistance with something. So we'll need to go check that out and see what he has to say.
Liv!
Hi, Arrington.
I have an idea. Come in.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, Liv, I have an idea. So this is Perry's. We sell the finest clothes. We make all kinds of things, but not spy clothes.
Not spy clothes, but like, do you make
No. We don't make
like,
that here.
dresses or suits or clown outfits?
Of course. Absolutely. I don't know about that. Maybe. But I have an idea.
Okay.
So Perry's used to sell all kinds of custom clothes, and if you paid the right price, we would make a completely custom skin for you. But if I'm honest, that's a lot of work. So I have an idea. What if we had certain outfits for sale? You know, like a normal clothes store, and we sold things like space suits or fishy water uniforms or gas busters, things like that.
That is really clever, actually. Yeah, that's genius.
Because it's a lot easier. It doesn't take too much time to, like give somebody a certain outfit that's already made. But, what if, you can't have like a cool gas busters outfit without like a proton pack?
Uh-huh.
A custom model, Liv. What if we had
Custom
custom
models?
models for sale?
Custom models! Custom models! Yes.
Yeah, but again, pre-made ones. We don't make anything for you here. You just gotta buy the ones that we already have because we don't want to give ourselves too much work.
Right. So, like, not exactly doing, like, commissions, just pre-making things? Pre-making outfits?
Exactly. A store for very particular items that are already made and awesome.
You know what?
We can sell
Actually,
to everybody.
I think that could even be possible to, like, make a model of the clothing so we could, like, have an armor stand and then put the clothing on it, like... And then I'm also, with this new thing that I added, here, ooh, actually, let me show you.
Okay.
I should have an armor stand in here. I recently just added a little something to the server. Okay, so I got an armor stand here, and we've got like an armor stand mod, right? So we can right click on it, and if I rename it to say Arrington, because you're here, and then do that,
Whoa!
look at that! It's you. Of course, you're
tore
armless,
my
though.
arms off.
I'm sorry. I'll fix that. Here, actually, I don't even think I need the book for that. I will say show arms, yes, and
I
look.
look like a creeper. Oh, I love it.
Isn't that cool? And then like here,
So
like
handsome.
take your wings off. You can plop your wings onto him.
Yeah, have some wings, buddy.
Look at that.
Whoa.
And then
It's like
I can.
I'm here.
Well, if I had the I have like a resource pack to turn my armor off, but like except for leather. So like here, sorry, Mark, I'm gonna borrow that. And then
Well,
look.
it's really. Whoa.
Now you got a shirt.
Okay, so from first person, he looks a little small, but then when you go into third person, he's actually a little bigger than me.
Yeah, like it's ever so slightly. Of course, we could shrink him down a bit because it's an armor stand and using the armor stand mod. There, now you're the tall one.
Yeah, I feel
Here.
better about myself already.
And then we could have
Now it's
Mini
Mini
Arrington.
Oh, that's too small.
Too small?
That's
Maybe
too
like,
small.
How about that?
Now we can sell kids' clothes.
So this works with just about anyone here. I stole this from the Lotus SMP because they've got something like this. But here, it can work
That's
with me
brilliant.
too. Live awesome. And look, there's me. I've even got my ears on.
Oh, that's adorable. I love it. This is a great idea, Liv.
Yes, I agree. I think so too. I really like this.
No one wants to bother with setting up their own custom models. They can come here for them. Custom models, custom clothes, and feel like you're part of the crowd now.
Yeah! So are we gonna need to, is this gonna be here at Perry's? Are we gonna need to maybe move out, exchange some of these armor stands out for the new things? Maybe make some new mannequins
Yeah, I think
and
we'll do
stuff?
a bit of a remodel in here. But I think we'll use this location for sure.
Yeah. Oh, I love this. This is so cool. Just let me know what you need. Like, give me like a list of some models that you think would be cool. I mean, I know you said that we're not doing spy stuff, but if we were, like a fedora, that'd be cool.
I don't think we should sell that here.
Okay, no spy stuff. Got it. But then like if it was gonna be a space outfit, then I could make a space helmet.
A space helmet would be genius. I love it.
Nice.
Yay!
I look forward to doing business with you.
Me too. This is gonna be awesome.
Well, I'd say that was a successful meeting. I'm so glad that Arrington liked the armor stand idea, and I'm really excited to make some models for Perry's. However, it might be a sec before I can make them because we are fast approaching the holiday seasons. I don't have time to work on that this episode, but next episode, I am gonna go all out with Christmas. At least that's the plan anyways. In between shots, however, I've been working on the base. I know it doesn't look like much because most of the stuff was done underground. It's got a little bit of a hobbit hole exterior, but I assure you the interior is not very hobbit holey. It's very dirt in there. Very dirt, many wow. I've got a little flower box with some wildflowers and some lavenders. You might be a little bit confused about these because you're like, Liv, how the heck do you have lavender? Well, this is actually an iron nugget. Similarly to that X that I made earlier, that was also an iron nugget. I made sure not to rename it this time though, or else the iron nugget would be saying lavender, and it's like very obvious. Yes, we know it's lavender. It doesn't need to be renamed. So this is just an item frame, and I pop it in the item frame, and now I got my own custom flower. I just need to be sure to make this invisible. There we go. I'm really happy with these. I made these for Leonie, but I don't know, I thought they'd look really good there, so I went ahead and borrowed them. And then I got a scrappy little carrot patch here. The whole thing was filled, but, well, I kind of ate them all. Actually, I didn't think it looked too good. I don't want to put wheat in here because, well, I think my wheat field would get put to shame by Marky Sparky's wheat field over here, so it's just, I don't know. We'll figure out what to put there later. But now, let's go inside the burrow because I am so pleased with how this turned out. You guys know I don't build very big. I build small. So I took the time to just build little details and wing it. I winged this whole build. So starting off, I made this beautiful fireplace. I wanted it to be kind of small, but I also wanted it to have a pot inside of it so I can make carrot stew. It's just boiling water right now, but I might cook something up later. So without making it too ginormous, I designed this, and I think it looks really nice. We've got a shelf for some trinkets, we got candles, we've got some extra storage if I so need it. I added hanging signs. I don't know why, I just thought they looked nice. And then over here is a windowsill where I can look out underneath my wagon wheels. And hey, there's Jasper. I see you. You're not hiding from me. And I made sure to keep this place from looking too brown. I added a lot of leaves and greenery to break up the dirtness. And over here by the windowsill, since there's a lot more natural light coming in, I thought it would make sense for there to be grass sprouting up because it can just barely get a bit more sunlight than the rest of the place. There's a little bit more grass spread throughout, but you're gonna see a lot more dried grass because it started to grow and then it realized that it can't do much without the sunlight. So it got crispy. But yeah, I got a bookshelf over here. Not with any real books at the moment, but maybe in the future I'll add some actual books. I don't know, that would require me to write. And well, we'll see what happens. I may or may not get to that. Then over here, I've got this blank wall. Maybe I'll put something in here eventually. I haven't decided. If you guys have any ideas of what I can add, let me know down in the comments because I'd really appreciate it. And over here, it feels a little out of place, but this is the kitchen. I think you'd call this a little kitchenette We got a sink. We got a place to make milkshakes. We got an oven in case we don't want to cook stuff in the pot over the fire so I can bake bread or however that works. And a storage for all of our carrots. And then up here, I was thinking initially that this could be a bedroom, but I don't sleep. So I made it a trophy room for all of my accomplishments. This is mostly taken up by my fishing trophies that I have acquired from other server events, but they sent us over the models, so I yoinked them and put them into our pack. There's my Awakening trophy from Loki, and then my Princess Club crown. I have achieved quite a bit this season, and hopefully I will achieve much more. But that's about enough for this room. And then finally, the room off in the other corner is the storage room. A bit smaller compared to most of my storage rooms, but I think I'm using it pretty well, especially if I decide to use shulker boxes a bit more than normal. In fact, most of these aren't very filled yet because I'm still keeping a lot of things in shulkers, and I've actually got a spot for backup shulkers for once. I found that I really like the palette of bricks, granite, dirt, and oak leaves. I don't know why, but I think they go together so well. I really want to see what it would look like on an actual build. But this room, I just find surprisingly so cozy. I really like it. I got a little bit creative with each of the little segments. And then over here, I experimented with bricks. And I think this is oak. Is this oak? Oops, that's not the F3 button. Oh, they changed F3. I don't know how this works. Gotta do this the old-fashioned way. Yes, it is oak. I wanted to see what bricks and stripped oak would look like, along with looms and bookshelves, and I think it turned out pretty nice. And I played it safe by incorporating some stripped birch in here with some oak. None of these rooms are exactly the same, but they're not too different to look overwhelming. And I really like that about this place. Oh, and I made a little basket for myself. I was kind of inspired by Peter Rabbit for this burrow. And in the story of Peter Rabbit, Peter's sisters, Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail, who are good little bunnies, go out blackberry picking. But it doesn't look like a good time to do that right now. And you might have saw in my cupboard earlier, but I actually did manage to pick a few blackberries. And they're pretty tasty. But that's just about it for my burrow so far. The nice thing about this place is that I can easily expand if I so desire. As you can see, this mountain is pretty big, and Shanko does live over there, but for the most part, I don't think there's much in here, aside from a few caves. So there is plenty of room for expansion. But I think that's enough work for now. Next episode, I am going full force on Christmas. I am so excited to get into the holiday spirit. Not gonna lie, I have actually kind of been in the holiday spirit since October, maybe even September. And I have a lot of plans, but for now, I guess this is the part of the video where I say thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you all in the next one. Love you all, bye!